It's a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Why, hi there, I'm Ron Juckett. It's a Wednesday night, and this will actually be our last baseball stream of the first half of the season. I don't want to do another Brooklyn Dodgers game. I've done 3 already this week. That was the scheduled game for tomorrow. So we go to the All-Star break, which is actually in Brooklyn. Tonight, it's the Yankees and the Senators from Yankee Stadium in New York. An absolutely beautiful Friday night in the Bronx, 72 degrees, winds blowing in at 5, and Cuddles Marshall, because you know you want to cuddle with him, is on the hill for New York. He's looking for his 6th win of the year against Mickey Harris of the Washington Senators. The Senators, 44-34. This is game 79 for them. The Yankees are also over halfway. This is game 78 for them. So the Yankees and the Senators close out the first half of our replay. Would you believe that? The All-Star game is Wednesday night at 8, live right here on Retro Sports Network. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Baseball Replay 1949, tonight from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. It is the New York Yankees, first place in the American League at 48-29, versus the second place Washington Senators at 44-34. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And the aforementioned Cuddles Marshall, making his first 2 starts on the year, has gone twice in the pen against Washington. 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits, a run, it was earned, or unearned, and a walk. His last appearance was against the Red Sox on the 4th. He went in an inning and a third during one of those games of that doubleheader. Allowed a hit, a run, it was earned, a walk, and no strikeouts. So 26 1/3 innings, 29 hits, no home runs. He's given up 12 runs in total, 11 earned. He has walked 18 and struck out 6. And yes, fastball pitcher at 86, 24 years old, and cuddly. Well, the way he gives up walks, this will definitely be a bullpen game for New York. Here's how the Senators line up. Sherry Robertson will lead off at second base. Lewis is in right field. He'll bat second. Stewart in left will hit third. Clyde Vollmer cleans up in center. Eddie Robinson is at first. He'll bat fifth. One of the 10 players still alive from 1949. Yost is at third. He'll bat sixth. Sal Dente at short will bat seventh. Early, making his season debut behind the plate, will bat 8th, and Mickey Harris, who's over from the Red Sox, will start bat 9th and should throw about 115 pitches. Johnny Lindell is a 3 and a 4 in left. Jolton Joe DiMaggio a 10 and an 8 in center, and Hank Bauer a 3 and a 5 in right. Stuffy Sternweiss is not a good third baseman. In fact, he's a 1. Great if it's Stratomatic, not an action PC. Phil Rizzuto a 10 at third. Jerry Coleman a 4 at second. Billy Johnson a 2 at first. Yogi Berra behind the plate a 10 and a 10. And old Cuddles is a 2 on the mound with a .933 fielding percentage. And so with all that, Sherry Robertson steps in at .283. 4 homers, and 34 RBI. Marshall's delivers, and that's a fly ball to center. DiMaggio 1 out. Brings up Buddy Lewis, 246, a homer, 11 RBI. No live stream tomorrow. It's supposed to be 70 degrees here, and I'm going to go have lunch with my wife. And as we said, this will be the last baseball stream before the All-Star break. So Friday at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. We'll pay tribute to Elgin Baylor. So I know a couple people are watching. Who would you like to see the Lakers play? Pitch to Lewis is a line drive down the line and left. Sternweiss couldn't get it. And Lewis is on with a double. First hit for the Sens, and that'll bring up Bud Stewart. 257, 3 homers, and 32 RBI. Next week we'll have hockey for you in the daytime slots. And the All-Star game a week from tonight from Ebbets Field in Brooklyn. I figured they'd be against the Celtics. I'll take a look to see what Elgin's best year was. But that's what we'll do Friday at lunch, pay tribute to Elgin Baylor. Pitch to Stewart. There goes Lewis. The throw down to Sternweiss is in time. They got him. So 2 out and a 1-strike count to Stewart. Pitch to Bud. And they lose him. So Marshall through 4 straight. So here's Clyde Vollmer. Clyde at 246, 11 homers, and 36 RBI. Date for this mark, by the way, July 8th, 1949. Ground ball to Coleman. He goes to first, and that should and will retire the side. No runs, a hit. The Senators leave a runner on. Half an inning in the books. It's Washington, nothing. Here come the Yankees. So Mickey Harris, it is a nice stadium, isn't it? It's original Yankee Stadium. Mickey Harris, since coming over from Boston, is 3-0 with a 1.93 ERA. Fastball at 83, a ground ball pitcher. He's 32. He has a start against the Yankees with the Senators. 8 innings, 8 hits, a run. It was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 4. And that was on July 1st. He pitched on the 4th in that doubleheader against the A's. 2 innings, 2 hits, and 2 walks. So overall, since the trade, 32 2/3 innings, 36 hits, a home run. 7 runs all earned. He walked 9 and struck out 13. It'll be Jerry Coleman leading off for the Yankees at second. Phil Rizzuto will bat second. Hank Bauer in right will hit third. DiMaggio on a tear since he's come up, hitting .364. He cleans up in center. Yogi Berra, the catcher, will bat fifth. Billy Johnson at first will hit 6th. Johnny Lindell in left will go 7th. Stuffy Sternweiss will get his compulsory 3 at-bats in third and then leave for a fielder. And Cuddles Marshall, who threw 17 pitches, is on the mound batting 9th. Bud Stewart, a 5 and a 9 for the Senators as we set up their defense. Clyde Vollmer is 7 and a 3. Buddy Lewis is 7 and a 4. Mr. Yost is 7 at third. Mr. Dente is 7 at short. Sherry Robertson a 5 at second. Eddie Robinson is an 8 at first. Early, that's Jake Early, I think. He's a 2 and a 5 behind the plate, and Mickey Harris is a 5 with a .958 fielding percentage. Coleman at .308, 3 triples and 29 RBI. Draws a walk. The 3-1 fastball inside, and that'll bring up Rizzuto. The Scooter, .318, 4 homers, and 48 RBI. Throw to first, Coleman back. Phil squares, the bunt is down, Harris picks it up. It's going to be a sacrifice. Robertson has there. So 1-4, 1 out, and Coleman moves to second for Bauer. Hank at 191. 2 homers and 20 RBI. So tomorrow's stream postponed for nice weather. And I think 4 Dodger games in 1 week is enough. So this is the last stream of the first half. So The only scheduled baseball stream will be the All-Star game. And then we'll kick it off with a busy week as the season restarts on July 14th. Bauer into shallow right. Lewis played him well, makes the catch. Coleman will hold at second. Today's date is March 24th, 2021. Here's Joe DiMaggio. DiMaggio at 364, a homer and 6 RBI. He's got 2 triples and 45 or 44 at bats. July 8th. And yes, I am cute. Pitch to DiMaggio is a base hit past a diving Robertson. Coleman scores 1-0 New York. All-Star game would be Wednesday night at 8. So a week from the night. But yes, it would be played on a Tuesday. It is Wolfgang Puck's birthday, and so what do you make a celebrity chef? Obviously, you don't take him to McDonald's. Here's Yogi Berra. Yogi at 267, 10 homers, and 44 RBI. Oh, he was born that day. That's cool. Pitch to Berra. Popped up. Vollmer will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Oh, his mom thinks he is, though. The mess in his diaper was certainly a celebrity mess. A run, a hit, and no errors. We go to the second inning. 1-0 Yankees. So Robinson at 289, 10 homers, and 50 RBI. And that's what really counts. His mom cares. Line drive, right field, 1 out. Here's Eddie Yost. Eddie at 280. 5 homers and 21 RBI. There's a liner to center. DiMaggio's going to dive and can't get it. So Yost is going to get on with a double. It skips past DiMaggio, and it's a big outfield out there, so it rolled a while. And Yost is in the second standing. So here's Sam Dente at 316. No homers and 35 RBI. We doing the root beer float under the blankie tonight again? Pitch to Dente is a ground ball to Coleman. Over to Johnson for the out, and Yost will move to third. 2 out for Jake Early, making his 1949 debut. At 34, obviously not his major league debut. Jake would hit 246, a homer, and 11 RBI. Yost on third, 2 out. 1-0 New York. Mickey Harris on deck. Early gets hit, and he's hurt. But he's going to stay in the game. He doesn't even get to play until the All-Star break, for goodness sakes. That hit him on the hand. He's shaking it. Billy Johnson refuses to kiss his boo-boo. Here's Mickey Harris, 1 for 7. I think they got him between the thumb and the finger. Oh, okay. I like that. 68-69, Baylor Havlicek, maybe Game 7. Brad is in his recliner with his headphones, while Mrs. Brad berates the talent list on The Masked Singer. See, I think she'd like me better. I can keep it clean. Habs and Sabres on deck for Mr. Gardner. We taped, by the way, an episode of Digital Dice today. Blessedly, I only hear the mellifluous voice of Chuckett. So 2 out, runners on the corners. Pitch from Marshall. Harris slaps out one down to first. Marshall underhand, or Johnson underhands it to Marshall. And that will retire the side. Senators leave 2 on, no runs, a hit, no errors. Bottom 2, Yankees 1, Senators nothing. So Billy Johnson, Johnny Lindell, and Stuffy Sternweiss will face Mickey Harris. Johnson at 257, 6 homers, and 30 RBI. Not even... See, now, if your wife was listening, I can't say that. That early MTV Playboy Bunny Jenny McCarthy can put you in a bad mood. Ah, good. Your wife has harsher words for that hoe. Oh! Yeah, we had fun doing that. Took a while to actually get that one done today, but we got it done. Pitch to Johnson. Got him. 2-2 on the inside corner on the changeup. The personality of cards and dice. Kind of a take from some of the back and forth from the Action PC's a closed engine, open engine comparison I did. Here's Lindell, 288, 4 homers, and 26 RBI. Popped up, left side, Dente, 2 out. Listen to us both, we get credit for 2 views. But yeah, Podcast Addict app. Nice. Here's Sternway, Stuffy at 289. Snuffy, not Stuffy. Snuffy. You know who he looks like, actually? Goose Gossage without the mustache. 289, no homers, and 5 RBI. Harris steals. Right back to Mickey, over to first, and the side is retired. Yankees go in order, go to the 3rd inning, 1-0. Snuffy the Seal. They took down the numbers on Spreaker, so I can't see them anymore, so I have to ask Dave. Snuffy the Seal. It'll be the top of the lineup for the Senators here in the 3rd. Robertson, Lewis, and Stewart. First 9 for Cuddles on 35 pitches. 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, and a walk. Sherry is 0 for 1. Ball 4. Second walk brings up Buddy Lewis, who doubled in the first. So 69 NBA Finals. Baylor and Havlicek will be a tribute game for Elgin Baylor Friday at noon. Then we take 3 days off. How about that? Then hockey Tuesday at noon. So someone by the name of Gabe Dardner will stop complaining about hockey being postponed. All-Star game is Wednesday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. And then another hockey game Thursday at noon. And then the week after, we get into the second half of the season. Pitch to Buddy Lewis is a bunt. Berra will throw it to Coleman. And Robertson goes to second. Well, since I'm only at Christmas in the hockey replay, it'll be a while. Here's Bud Stewart. He walked his first time up. I don't know when the real playoffs start. Yeah, I'm not sure. May, I think. Pitch to Stewart is a ground ball to Rizzuto. Makes a diving stop over to first for the out. Robertson goes to third. Rizzuto saves a run. And now bring up Clyde Vollmer, who's 0 for 1. They got to be done with the Cup before the Olympics in Tokyo start. And then again, the Cup next year will be on ABC. Pitch to Vollmer is a fly ball to center. DiMaggio goes back, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's 1-0 New York. So here's Cuddles Marshall. Again, maybe the strangest nickname in baseball history. He's 1 for 4. He has an RBI. Ricky Keeler tells us that they would just kind of sit him in a hotel lobby and tell the women that walked through that he was cuddling. Yet you remember when the Leafs and Habs played on New Year's Eve. In the right. 1 out. So the first 9 for Harris, just on 26 pitches. 2 1/3 innings, a hit, a walk, and a strikeout, and the run is earned. Here's Coleman. Jerry walked and scored. Right up the middle, Dente over to Robinson. 2 out for Rizzuto, who had the sac bunt. May 8th. You know, you said, crap, you're right, like you're my wife or something like that. You know, I am right once in a great while. The Cat's had enough of this. She's leaving. Pitch to Scooter is a fly ball left center field. Vollmer will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the 4th. It's a fast ball game here so far. The Yankees won, the Senators nothing. We'll do a video. There's still technically 2 days left of the first half. A lot of doubleheaders to wrap up the first half, but really no matchups that say you got to do them. And again, I've already done 3 Brooklyn games this week. I really don't need to do another. If Lorenzo was here, I would do it. But there's only so much Dodger baseball I can do. Cardinals, by the way, still lead the Dodgers by 3.5. And you know what? We were talking about this yesterday, about the offense for the Dodgers. They've got 486 runs in 77 games, which, if you double that, that's 972 runs. 6.3 a game. You know what they're hitting now? 300 as a team. They're hitting 300. Braves are 6 back. They've lost 2 straight. And the Giants and the Phils, Pittsburgh, Chicago, and Cincinnati slinks back to last place. In the American League, the Yankees by 4 over Cleveland. Eddie Shack scores for Buffalo in the hockey update. Senators are 4.5 back, hanging in there. Tigers have won 2 straight and 7-10. They're 7 back. Then the A's, the Red Sox, who are still a +8 run differential. The Browns and the Chi Sox. The only team with a winning record on the road in all of baseball. Actually, there's 2 teams now. Washington at 19-16. And the Braves at 20-19. Now, Dodgers have a losing record on the road, but they're 28-8 at Ebbets Field. Well, there's only one division. Eddie Robinson's 0 for 1. And there's a line drive to Rizzuto, who leaps and makes the catch, 1 out. If all goes well for the Dodgers in about 3 months, they'll play a best-of-7 with someone from the other division. It's a league, I know. Keep your cards and letters. Yost doubled his first time up. One of the 2 hits for Washington. In the right, Bauer. 2 out. It's like Brad's chess games when he was a kid. Dad would ask him how he did, and he'd tell him he finished second. Out of 2. Here's Dente. He's 0 for 1. Into right field. Bauer in the corner will make the catch to retire the side. Sens go in order. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 1-0 New York. So Bauer, who made that catch to end the top of the 4th, will lead off, followed by DiMaggio and Yogi Berra. Harris is not supposed to be pitching well for the Sens. I've jinxed him. Ground ball. Dente on the grass. Bang banger to first. Bauer beat it out. Just one of those slow little bounders. And Dente has a good arm, but Bauer had some wheels. And yes, by the way, it would be Chris Wheeler who was nicknamed Wheels, not Andy Musser. Someone said, you know, Ron, I think they're talking about Chris Wheeler. And of course, someone with the last name of Wheeler would have a nickname of Wheels. DiMaggio has an RBI single. Got him! On a 1-2 fastball on the outside corner. So the second strikeout for Harris. We're West Virginia. Yep. Here's Yogi. He's 0 for 1. I did chess club in elementary school. And one monthly tournament, I finished 4th. Pitch to Berra. Here's a fly ball to right. Lewis going back, but he'll make the catch. Bauer goes back and will... No, not with 2 out, I'm not. Hold. Of course, it certainly helped to win 2 of those by default. But I got a 4th place. Here's Johnson. He struck out his first time up. Pitch to Billy is a fly ball to left. Stewart in the corner, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. The Yankees get a hit and leave a runner on. We've played 4. Tight one so far here in the Bronx. 1-0 New York. So Jake Early, who got hit by a pitch, will lead it off. Ball 4. Still can't take the bat off the shoulder, but this at-bat was a little less painful. Sternweiss and Johnson come in for the bunt. Harris does. Berra with a fantastic play. Picked it up and flung it over to Coleman for the out. 1 out. Eddie Shack's second of the game, by the way, makes it 3-2 Buffalo over I forget who. Montreal? And I assume this is 70-71 shootout. Cuddles through his first 18, 4 1/3 innings, 53 pitches, 2 hits. The cat's back. He has walked 3 and not struck out anybody. Robertson is 0 for 1 with a walk. Cat looks down the hall. Reggie Hoole's both the goals for the Habs. Yeah, Action PC football sales sheet came out today. Full screen chalkboard is the big draw. Cat now plays with a cough drop. Pitch to Robertson. Ball 4. Yeah, obviously we'll get it and try it out and all that, but a full screen chalkboard, kind of like this. I like where they're going with it. Here's Buddy Lewis. He doubled. 1 for 1. And had a sacrifice bunt. So early on second, Robertson on first to go-ahead run. Popped up behind the plate. Berra takes off the mask. 2 out. Brings up Bud Stewart. Bud is 0 for 1 with a walk. Up the middle, Marshall with a stab. He throws to first, and the Sens will leave 2 on. Goodness, St. Marie. No runs, no hits. They leave on 2. Halfway home on a Wednesday night. It's the Yankees 1, the Senators 0. We'll be back right after this. And I spent all 30 seconds trying to put the straw so I could reach it for my Gatorade. If you joined us late, here's what you missed. Joe DiMaggio, an RBI single of Jerry Coleman in the first to make it 1-0 New York. It's kind of like doing the weather forecast in Hawaii. Yeah, it's a nice sunny day. Mickey Harris has thrown a two-hitter for Washington through 4. Walked 1 and struck out 2. And Cuddles Marshall, making the first of 2 starts on the year, has thrown a 2-hit shutout through 5. He's walked 4, but only the 2 hits and nobody scored. So Johnny Lindell, Stuffy Sternweiss, and Cuddles Marshall to face Harris here in the bottom of the 5th. Johnny's 0 for 1. Yeah, Reggie was on the Habs most of his career, wasn't he? Pitch to Lindell is a fly ball right center. Back goes Lewis, and that ball is gone. So Johnny Lindell with a solo shot, his 5th of the year, and it's 2-0 New York. Mickey got too much of the plate there, and that's by the scoreboard. So we'll do a video over the weekend to go through the first half and to tell you who the All-Stars are. Go through some stats and stories for you. Snuffy, I did it again. Sternweiss is 0 for 1. Snuffy may actually have a cold, so Snuffy could be Stuffy. Up the middle, Robertson by the bag at second, over to Robinson. And the double tongue twister's out. Here's Cuddles. He's 0 for 1. Mickey Harris pitching a good ball game. Senators have left on 6. Line drive to Yost. 2 out. Here's Coleman. He's walked and scored. That came in the first. Mickey Harris, 60 pitches through his first 18. 4 2/3 innings. 3 hits, the home run to Lindell. A walk and 2 strikeouts. There's a base hit left center field. So the 4th hit for the Yankees. Wonder how Mr. Matt did doing his no-tap bowling. We missed him yesterday. And hopefully he'll be with us Friday when we pay tribute to Elgin Baylor. Rizzuto 0 for 1. Throw to first, Coleman back. There's a ground ball to short. Dente over to Robinson. They'll get the out there, and that will retire the side. Cuddles Marshall gives me the fatigue warning in the 6th. Yikes. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. The solo shot by Johnny Lindell has the Yankees up 2-0. So Vollmer, Robinson, and Yost. Clyde is 0 for 2. Up the middle, Marshall stabs it over to first for the out. Brad, Dave, what else grabbed your attention? How you doing, John? With the new features for Action PC Football. Eddie Robinson's 0 for 2. Ground ball to third. Sternweiss throws it over for the out. 2 out for Yost. 1 for 2 with a double. There's a ground ball base hit right side. So the 3rd hit for the Senators. And that brings up Sam Dente. Sam is 0 for 2. Senators have huffed and puffed a couple times, but they've gotten nothing past Marshall. 3 hits and 6 left on. Up the middle, and they're going to string another as Rizzuto throws it from the grass over to Johnson to retire the side. So again, the Senators come up empty-handed. No runs, a hit, and no errors. They've left on 7. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 2-0 New York. So Bauer, 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. Ground ball to first. Robinson Takes it to the bag, 1 out. Here's DiMaggio. DiMaggio hitting .370. Obviously won't be going to Brooklyn for the All-Star game. 1 for 2 tonight. Singled, struck out, and drove in a run. Oh, Brad caught that. I read this thing and didn't get it. In-game strategies added, like kicking to the goal line, calling for intentional delay. Add more depth to gameplay. So April 15th is the projected release. And you get it for the standard $39 if you buy it now and use upgrade and for the coupon code. First time he hasn't released a greatest team set to go with it. Even the basic has 56 and 77. Plus you get the 78 baseball season, already played that, and the 85-86 basketball season with it. Which, if you're a Celtic fan, is a must. Pitch to DiMaggio is a line drive center field. Vollmer will make the catch. So Vollmer rode the Schwinn, and there's 2 out. For Yogi, Larry is 0 for 2. In the left center field, Vollmer will make the catch, and that will retire the side. The Yankees go in order. We go to the 7th. It is 2-0 Bronx Bombers. It's gonna be tough to be patient, but you'll wait. We'll see when we show it off how patient you're going to be. Alexa, what day of the week is April 15th this year? Alexa, what day of the week is April 15th this year?
April 15th is in 22 days.
Thank you.
Of course, Ron. Enjoy your night.
I will. 200 for the football game in all the seasons last part for... Yes. Now, you see, if you're nice to your robots... Thank you. So it's a Thursday, so... Pitched early. Finally gets a bat on it and dinks it into center field. So a single to start the 7th. Here's Harris. He's 0 for 1. Pitch count-wise, he's fine. Stern, Weiss, and Johnson play for the bunt. Brad, definitely binge watch Altered Carbon recently. Yes, be nice to your robots. Harris hits a ground ball to short. Rizzuto to Coleman for 1, and that's it. Early with a roll block slide, and there's 1 out. They couldn't get a throw. Not sure that's a fair trade for the Senators, but they'll take it. Robertson is 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Marshall through 27 batters, 88 pitches. 6 in the 3rd inning. 4 hits and 4 walks. No runs. Tying run on first, 1 out. Line drive to Johnson. That's 2. So Buddy Lewis has a double. He's 1 for 2. Runner on first. 2-0 Yankees here in the 7th. Ball 4. So that's the 5th walk for Cuddles. Here's Bud Stewart. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Uh-oh. Alexa, stop playing. Hold on. There's a ground ball to Coleman. Rizzuto for 1, and that will retire the side. back at the ranch music. It's going to get me a copyright strike or match content thing. Apparently I need to change the name of the one in the kitchen. So I had to mute mine while I'm screaming out at the kitchen. It's just me home. Billy Johnson's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. For anyone who thinks that these streams run perfectly. My wife would have been happy with that. No. What was coming from the kitchen singer thingy? And no, I got hit with a thing over take me out to the ball game once too. Pitch to Johnson is a ground line drive into left field. Stewart will get it. That's kind of a Texas leaguer out there. She likes the music. What happens in the kitchen stays in the kitchen. So Johnson on first. Here's Lindell. Johnny 1 for 2. Hit that solo shot in the 5th. And he's going to hit another one here down the line and left. And that ball is gone. All Stewart could do is turn and watch it go. And it's 4-0 New York. Laces his 6th of the year. A laser shot, or howitzer if you will, down the line and left. And it's 4-0 Yankees. So here's Sternweiss. He's 0 for 2. Ball 4. So here's Cuddles. The paradox is he's going to have to come out. He just doesn't have the umph to stay in the ball game, but he's throwing a 4-hit shutout. Nobody out, so he's going to bunt. Yost and Robinson play for it. Throw to first, Sternweiss back. So don't swing, Ron. You're still bunting. He drops one early, throws to first. Robertson there. So it goes 2-4 on the card. 1 out, Sternweiss on second. For Jerry Coleman, who's 1 for 2. He has singled, scored, and walked. Harris threw 27 batters, just 83 pitches. 6 in the third innings. 6 hits. The 2 homers, both to Johnny Lindell. He has walked 2 and struck 2. And by the way, it is, Jim Constanti. So if you think of Constantinople, that's how you say it. Pitch to Coleman. Here's a base hit into right center field. Vollmer will pick it up. Sternweiss will score. 17th double of the year for Coleman. That's right, but it's only Istanbul for the Turks. Or in your Fortnite stream. So 5-0. I can't put the music back on. You'll body paint to it, and that's just TMI. Here's Rizzuto. He's 0 for 2. And you might have saved that for a Giants game. I'll use it again. Be a Phillies game I would save that reference for, right? Pitch to Rizzuto. Struck him out. He swings and misses on a 2-2 fastball. Yeah, I don't get that one. Sorry. Here's Bauer. He's 1 for 3 with a single. I just call baseball and make bad jokes. 5-7-0 for the Yankees. They've left 3 on. 0-4-0 for the Sens, and they've left on 9. And Bauer walks, and I'm sure Harris is coming close to running on E here. Here's DiMaggio. He's 1 for 3. He is singled, struck out, and driven in a run. Well, Brad decides whether he is Statler or Waldorf. Ball 4. They're loaded. So Harris has lost the script. Here's Yogi. He's 0 for 3. Coleman on third. Bauer on second. DiMaggio on first. 5-0 Yankees. Here in the seventh, they've already put 3 across the plate in the inning. Early and Harris have a couple words. Popped up. It worked. Infield fly. Robertson will make the catch, and the Yankees leave them loaded. However, they do get 3 runs on 3 hits and no errors. We go to the 8th. It's 5-0 Yankees. So Vollmer, Robinson, and Yost to face Marshall. We won't give Marshall a run. We'll give him a base runner. How's that? Clyde is 0 for 3. And we'll have a pinch hitter. It'll be Roberto Ortiz. Roberto at 5:45. Well, they might be Giants or they might be obscure. Yeah, that one I honestly don't get. Ortiz has an RBI and a double. He has walked and struck out. Johnson to the bag himself, 1 out. Here's Eddie Robinson. It was scary enough to get a picture of Angela Lansbury taking a bath on my Facebook page today. That was wild. Here's Eddie Robinson. He's 0 for 3. Yeah. That's a wince. There's a fly ball to right. Bauer in the corner makes the catch. In 1949, that would have been indeed a great pick. But from her Murder, She Wrote days, not so much. Here's Yost. Eddie 2 for 3. He has singled and doubled. There's a line drive left center field. Yost is in there with a double, his 13th of the year. And the court jester with Danny Kaye. No, I haven't. I've seen her in The Manchurian Candidate, and she looked great in the early 60s, too. So that's going to do it for Marshall. And we will do, that's why. Who can pitch? Tommy Byrne is going to have to come in because Vic Raschi is tomorrow's pitcher. Oops. So Bobby Brown goes in the game. He'll bat 9th. He's a 4. Tommy Byrne, the lefty, making an emergency relief appearance. 8-6 on the year with a 3.48 ERA. Making his 4th appearance against the Senators, first in relief. 22 1/3 innings, 9 hits. 10 runs, 7 earned. He's walked 17 and struck out 16. 2-1 with a 2.82 ERA. Last pitched against the Senators in D.C. on the 2nd. 6 1/3 innings, 3 hits of shutout ball. 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. In 113 2/3 innings, he's only allowed 66 hits. But there's a huge but. I think you can see it on the screen. Just 3 homers, 51 runs, 44 total. The but, and it's Cardi B's but here, 108 walks in 113 2/3 innings. Have some walks, Mr. Burns, as Dave chimes in. He has struck out 60. Can you imagine? 108 walks. 4 times this year he's hit double digits. I believe that is what the B in Cardi B stands for. But on May 30th against the Senators, he walked 13 batters. You walk that many, they should put you in one of those orange vests and call you a crossing guard, for goodness sakes. Dente is 0 for 3 in 196 real innings. Byrne walked 179. And that's enough weird butt talk here. There's a ground ball to first. Johnson to the bag. And that will retire the side. All right, I'll read that one. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. A shutout is preserved. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-0 New York. So we get talking about Nicki Minaj. And she could play catcher with that backstop. That's funny. That was funny. We lost a viewer, but that was funny. Here's Billy Johnson. He's 1 for 3. Has struck out and scored. Tribe fan, how you doing? Fly ball to right. Lewis reaches in, makes the catch. 1 out. It's been Johnny Lindell's big day. He's 2 for 3. He's hit 2 homers. Hit a solo shot in the 5th and a 2-run blast in the 7th. There's a fly ball to left. Stewart's there. Mr. Whipple's getting all excited about this conversation. The Sens might win if they can get them to prevent it. They need something, though. They've had their chances. Washington's left 10 on. So here's Byrne. He obviously will bat. 244 and 6 RBI. Into right. That's a base hit. He's going for 2. The throw from Lewis is not in time. And Byrne has his 5th double of the year. Brings up Bobby Brown, cardiologist at 322, a homer, and 23 RBI. Yep, Washington has a good game if they can get 10 on base. Well, they've done it. They just haven't scored. And, yep, they've left the city of Bethesda, Maryland on the base paths. No Natty Mo for you. You were talking about that earlier. It was one of the 10. I think in the last 2 streams we featured 4 of them. Pitch to Brown is a ground ball to Yost. Over to first. That's a bang-banger, and Bobby is safe. I think Yost just kind of wanted to sign that ball. So runners on the corners, 2 out for Coleman. Mickey Harris, 36 batters, 113 pitches, 7 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 2 home runs, both to Lindell, 5 runs all earned. He has walked 4 and struck out 3. Coleman into right. Lewis is there to make the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Yankees leave on 2. I'll take LeBron's money even if he is a Yankee fan. To the 9th we go, 5-0 New York. So Early, Harris, and Robertson, lefty, lefty, lefty. Sounds like I'm going to do Libby, Libby, Libby on the label. Early has singled, walked, and to start his 1949 Major League season got hit on the hand. This time around he pops it up to his opposite number. Berra takes off the mask, 1 out. Well, that's the computer's job to do that. Mickey Harris, I'm sure they'll pinch hit for. He's 0 for 2. And the computer says that John Simmons can hit a lefty. He's hitting .231 with 4 RBI. And if you look at the splits, it's .242 versus lefties and .200 versus righties. Ground ball to third. Brown, diving stop. Throw to first. They got him. So the last chance here, the Senators somehow need 5 to tie and 6 to win. And that'll bring up Sherry Robertson, who is 0 for 2. He's walked twice. And so after all the talk about Tommy Byrne and the walks, well, let's get him over the hump first. Johnny Lindell is going to be our digital dice player of the game, 2 home runs. And Mark Crispin will pinch hit. He might be able to hit a lefty, but that's debatable. That splits at 225. 198 on the replay, 4 homers, and 21 RBI. Next scheduled stream, remember, Friday at noon. We're taking a day for nice weather tomorrow. And that will be a tribute game to Elgin Baylor. You would have thought the Lakers could have used a better picture to pay tribute to Baylor than that bad rug on his head. But we'll play one from 1969, the Celtics and the Lakers, from the fabulous Forum at Inglewood. Pitch to Christman is a line drive to Brown, and that'll do it. Now, okay. I don't know why they changed it for that. You'll just have to do it manually. Anyway, it's a shutout. It's a combined shutout for Tunnels Marshall and Tommy Byrne, as the Yankees win this one 5-1. So Marshall goes to 6-1 on the year, 7 2/3 innings. That was a fun show. Thanks, Tribe fan. 5 hits and 5 walks, and Byrne retired the last 4. So he was indeed feeling cuddly. So's my cat. Mickey Harris, 8 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs all earned. The 2 home runs to Lindell. He walked 4 and struck out 3. Speaking of cuddly, got to make sure which way do I move here. Yeah, you can see her. She's having a good old time on my leg, isn't she? She's sacked right out there. So the rest of the day in baseball, this July 8th. You too, John. Thanks for watching. Pittsburgh beat the Cubs 6-3 at Forbes. Lombardi goes to 3-3. Leonard goes to 4-9. Phil Cavaretta 2-for-3 with a double. St. Louis beats Cleveland 5-3. Fannin goes to 3-5. Early win 3-3. And Kennedy 2-for-4 is 4th of the year and drives in 2. The Red Sox, behind 4 hits for Vern Stevens and a 16th home run, beat the A's 6-3 at Fenway. Joe Dobson 9-6. Fowler, not Chris, goes to 5-7. Braves lose to the Phillies 8-7. Kurt Simmons goes to 6-3. Hogue 2-3. Bob Elliott 3-for-5, 3 RBI and a triple. Cardinals beat the Reds 5-1. Howie Pullett goes to 9-2. Blackwell falls to 0-1. And Eddie Kazak 4-for-4. The Dodgers beat the Giants 9-3. Don Newcomb goes to 7-5. Poor Clint Hartung, he's 2-12. Ugh. Jackie Robinson 3-for-4. Now has 11 home runs and drives in 3. And the White Sox beat the Tigers 4-1. Billy Pierce goes to 5-5. Gray falls to 7-5, and Johnny Groth goes to 2-for-2. So the standings, and we'll do a special video for the before the All-Star game. St. Louis by 3.5 over Brooklyn, 7 over Boston, 10 over the Phillies. In the American League, the Yankees by 5 over Cleveland and 5.5 over Washington, 8 over Detroit. So here it is. I don't want to do another Brooklyn game. So no baseball the rest of the week. You got 4 games in, by the way. So Friday will be a tribute game to Elgin Baylor against the Celtics. Tuesday will be hockey. Wednesday will be the All-Star game. Thursday will be hockey. And until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you Friday as we pay tribute to Elgin Baylor. Have a good night, everybody. So long.